Hi, I'm Crackshot. Welcome to another episode of Shot Chronicles. Today I'd like to discuss home defense. A lot of people think that if they have a gun, that's all they need to protect their house. They don't. Defending your house is a tactic. And like any organization, whether it be military or law enforcement, before they go and engage the bad guy, they always set up strategies that's going to give them the tactical advantage. You have to do the same thing. In order for you to defend your house, there's two elements you have to protect. The outside and the inside. The bad guy has to first break into your house. Let's say you're at home, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and they break in your house. You don't know where they're in, how many are in, you don't know what they're armed with. You're in a bad position. So in the movies, they show how the good guy gets his gun and starts walking through the hallways, clearing room to room. You can't do that in the real world. You'll get killed. If you shoot one bad guy, every other bad guy in that area now knows where you are. So, like what the military does, first you have to plan your strategy. So I recommend the first thing you do is walk around the outside of your house. Look for areas. Start thinking like a criminal. What if you were trying to break into your house? What windows would you use? What doors would you use? You want to look for stuff that is going to give you concealment from people who sees you, like your neighbors. You don't want your neighbors to call 911 because they saw you crawling through the window. So if you have any ladders that are leaning up against the house or on the ground, remove them, put them in a shed, because that gives them a way to gain access to the second floor. If there's an open window on the second floor, they put the ladder up in there, guess what? They're crawling right in. No, they don't even have to make any noise. If you have a pile of logs on the outside of your house, remove them from the house, because they can use that as a makeshift ladder to climb into a window on the first floor. If you have any shrubbery or anything that can obstruct the view of your neighbors from that person trying to break in, you need to clear that out, or at least trim it down so that they can't hide behind that without being seen. One thing you could also do is leave your porch light on at night, and on both the front and the rear doors. Why? Because criminals like darkness. It conceals them from prying eyes. Now, once you've determined the points of entries and you've cleared out any things that will assist the bad guys from breaking into your house, and you removed all your shrubbery and you left your lights on, you pretty much got the outside taken care of. It's always good to have a dog, even a small dog, because a dog will advise you as to if anybody's approaching the house. They don't have to attack the bad guy, they just have to make noise by barking to wake you up. Now, on the inside, you also have to fortify the inside. What do you do to fortify the inside? The first thing you have to do is determine which is the most likely point of entry that the bad guys are going to use. If you want, make sure that you fortify the door locks. Make sure you have chains, deadbolts. Do stuff to make sure that it's going to make it harder for them to get in. If a bad guy really wants into your house, you're not going to keep them from breaking into your house. Only thing you can do is slow them down, cause them to make noise trying to gain entry. Criminals don't like to spend a whole lot of time when they do break into your house. They're just going to come in, snatch what they want, and get out of there real quick. So this is going to happen really, really quickly. Once you hear the bad guys breaking in, what I recommend you do is gather your family, get them all into a room where it affords you a long corridor, hallway. That's the only way for the bad guys to gain access into that room. Barricade your children in there and your wife. Now here's a drawing that I made. This is of a typical house. Let's say you have your living room here, you have your kitchen here, your bathroom here, here's your bedroom on one of your floors. Best thing for you to do is, you know that you have this hallway here, and there's no way they can gain access into this bedroom unless they approach. If they're in the living room or in the kitchen, they have to turn this corner and go down this hallway. We're going to designate this hallway as the kill box. Basically, you're going to take your family and you're going to put them in a part of the room, keep them low to the ground, laying down on their bellies. Because when the bullets start flying, anybody standing up is likely to get hit by bullets. The reason is because bullets go through interior walls. Contrary to popular belief, your walls are made out of very flimsy material called sheetrock, and a bullet will go through it and kill somebody on the other side. So the best thing for you to do, if you could get yourself an armoire, fill it with clothing, newspapers, whatever, it's something really dense piece of furniture, and put it in front of your bedroom, right on this place in the hallway. That affords you some level of cover. So if the bullets come at you, they have to negotiate the wood in the furniture, all the clothing and all the drawers in that dresser before they reach you. Odds are, if it's a small caliber gun that the bad guys are shooting at you with, it will stop the bullet. Now, by hiding behind this wall here, what you have done is you're able to peek around that corner and see them, especially when the lights are low, without them seeing you. If you have a little light in the bedroom, in the living room, a night light or anything, they will be illuminated with a backlight, so you could see them very easily as they advance into your position. In a case like that, once they're in, and you have your children and family in this room, take your cell phone, call 911, and have your gun ready. Tell them who you are, what you look like, what you're wearing, and what part of the room you're going to remain in. Do not do like they do on TV, where they go out there looking for the bad guys. You will get killed. Okay, it takes multiple people to clear a room safely without getting shot, and even then, there's a high risk of fatality. The best thing for you to do is to stay in your room. If you go out to engage the bad guys, the intruders in your house, and they take you out, who's left to protect your wife and kids? Nobody. Remember, when you are attacked, it could take 45 minutes for the cops to show up at your house. That makes you the first responder for those first 45 minutes. So you stay put in the bedroom with them. Keep them out of the line of fire. Make sure that you have some kind of obstacle, something to give you cover from oncoming bullets. And all you want to do is, in case this is a training gun and it's inert, does not have a firing pin, it can't fire. I can pull the trigger all I want, it won't fire. I call it a red gun. Now what you want to do is, let's pretend this is the wall, where I open the door just to crack, like in this diagram shows. And what I want to do is I want to just peek around the corner with the gun just like that, as you can see. Let me get closer. So I'm just peeking around the corner, and they can't see me in low light. They're going to look down the doorway. They'll see the door room, they'll see the bedroom, they'll see the hallway, but they won't see me because I'm not presenting a very large target. But I can engage them immediately. Now, if you do like they do in the movies, and let's say this line here represents the wall, right here, so my hand is the wall, and you jump all the way out and go, aha, freeze! That will get you shot. In the movies, they do that all the time. They are behind cover, they jump out, and they engage, and they start shooting, and then they jump back cover. They jump back and shoot again, and they go back behind cover. You can't do that in the real world. The real world, when you go like that, and you jump out behind cover, you get shot. If you go back behind that wall, remember that wall is not going to stop the bullets. You're going to get shot. They can shoot through the wall and still take you out. So the best thing for you to do is use that wall not as cover but as concealment. It is not protecting you from the bullets. It's only hiding you from their view. So you can sit there, here's the wall, and I'm just peeking around the corner just like that, and you can see this is a much harder target for you to see and hit than if I was out here and the wall is here. So always stay behind the wall, hiding just like this. Now, once you engage the bad guys, do not go out there to render the first aid or to see what's going on or satisfy your curiosity. Stay put in your room. Wait for the cops to show up. Once they arrive, put your gun down, distance yourself from the gun, because they don't know who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. They see a man with a gun, and they could accidentally shoot you. So put the gun down, walk away from the gun, and address the cops, explain what happened. That is the best way for you to defend yourself at home. If you like this video, please click on the subscribe button. Also, please click on the comment button, leave a comment, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. This is Crackshot with Crackshot Chronicles. Thank you for watching.